Making a presentation can sometimes be a very daunting task for some of the students at the university. But from my experience as a university lecturer of social work in Australian universities, there are very high chances that you're going to do an individual presentation or you will do a group presentation in the life course of, life course at the university. So it's very important that you're comfortable making, presentations. And what I've also found is that from students' experiences, making presentations at the universities really gives them an experience that they then draw on, later in practice or later in their life. Because also after university, you're most likely going to be making presentations to senior management, to your own team. If you're a lecturer, you're going to be speaking all the time, to students. So it's important that you're comfortable with making the presentation. In this video, I want to touch on some of the tips that could probably assist you, in preparing your presentation and also delivering it. And hopefully when you follow these tips, this can, give you joy and enjoy, that journey of sharing knowledge through presentations. Yes, so this is Dr. Sharlotte Tusasiirwe, and I will start with the first tip, which is preparing your presentation way in advance. Do not wait for last minute for you to start doing your presentation. You need to undertake research, you need to read, you need to plan, you need to write down your presentation as well. So do not wait for the night before the day before your presentation for you to start working, working on it. So preparation is key. And most students, you will be given a unit outline or subject outline where the topic for the presentation is given to you way in advance. So start reading, start researching, because you need research to back up some of your arguments. Start researching in time, come up with a narrative, and then you can go in and prepare your visual aids that will help you in making this presentation. So also when you're preparing your presentation, think about the timelines that you've been given. Usually, if you're given a presentation of 5 minutes, don't prepare materials that can be delivered in 20 minutes. So you need to think about the time that you're given, when you're preparing the material that you're going to present. And then also when you're preparing your presentation, I want you to think about the structure. The structure of your presentation. You will definitely have an introduction, you will have the main body or main arguments, and then you will also have, a conclusion. So you need to start strong in your presentation. You also need to end strong in your conclusion. So how can you start strong? You need to think about a captivating hook to start your presentation. You need a hook that will capture your audience. This could be like a quotation. This could be like a statistic. This could be like a controversial statement. Or maybe you could decide to ask questions, in the audience. Ask a question that the audience, should answer. And that way you're able to capture your audience, and then they're able to travel with you on the journey, as you do your presentation. So you need a hook. You need that captivating hook to start with, and then you can deliver your introduction, what your focus of the presentation will be on. Then you go into the main body, and then also conclude with major points or major arguments or main messages that you want your audience, to be remembering. So you need to start strong, you need to end strong. And also when you're thinking about how you structure your presentation, think of probably having dot points instead of you reading notes to the audience. You need to be speaking to the audience. So having dot points and then explaining those dot points could help you in, in having a conversation or speaking to the people rather than looking down on the paper, and also, as you do your presentation. So having said that, that you should have dot points, think about how you can draw on visual aids to help you, in preparing and also delivering your presentation. The PowerPoint is the traditional way of, delivering presentations. And if you're comfortable using the PowerPoint, prepare one. Don't, make it attractive. Don't overcrowd it. And then also, if they allow, if they're flexible, if the professors and are flexible and they allow other formats of doing your presentation, go creative. Maybe you can do your presentation in a dance or in a song, or do some art, to do your presentation. If they allow you to do a video recording, do that video recording in advance and, and do the presentation. Think about other formats like Q&A formats of doing your presentation. You can do a panel discussion. So that gives you, a unique way of, of giving your presentation. So if they allow, if they are flexible, go creative and use different ways, of making your presentation. But another and very important, important tip is to rehearse and practice your presentation. If it is an individual presentation and you're given a certain timeline, maybe let's say 5 minutes or 10 minutes, make sure you sit down and time yourself and do the presentation. And, put a timer and make sure that you complete that presentation within that given, given time. And if you have people who can listen to you and give you some feedback, if it's your family or your friends, well and good. That would be very good if you make the presentation before the D-Day. If you've been given a group presentation, it's very important that you rehearse and practice that presentation as a group before the D-Day. Imagine you rock up, you don't know who is going to say what in this group presentation. It's going to be a disaster. So rehearse before the D-Day, know who is introducing, who is saying what slide, and also who is, doing the conclusion. Make sure you all know, the group members, make sure you all know the whole presentation, because sometimes maybe one of the group members will be sick and will be unable to, come and do the presentation. If it's group work, you won't say, no, I don't know, this area or this part was supposed to be presented by so and so. That is not really teamwork. So you all need to know the whole group presentation, so that you're able to step in and assist other group members who might not really be present. So rehearse and practice your presentation and make sure it fits within the timelines that you have been given to do this presentation. Now, when it comes to delivering the presentation, some people get very nervous. That's natural. That's a healthy way of the body reacting, to this activity. So you need to reassure your body that it's fine. This is only a presentation. And you need to be able to relax for you to speak, for you to be able to speak and complete your presentation. So one way of, some of the ways of relaxing, people suggest you taking deep breath. I've certainly also used, taking a deep breath. So when they invite you and say, hey, Dr. Sharlotte Tusasiirwe, this is the time for you to make your presentation, as you're moving, you're taking that deep breath. You're trying to relax and tell your body, it's fine. I'm going to do this presentation. And if you're spiritual, this is now the time that you also call on divine intervention. Say, God, please help me nail this presentation. Help me make an excellent, presentation. Whichever God you pray to, if it's Allah, if it's, whichever God you pray to, pray that I will make an excellent presentation. So that way, the superpower is looking down at you, and they will enable you to make that, that presentation. So if you're spiritual, draw on that spirituality, and then try to take those deep breaths and reassure your body that it's fine. And then what I want to emphasize is that preparation helps you calm down the nerves. When you're well prepared, when you have practiced and rehearsed your presentation, your body will know that it's fine. You're going to make it. You have practiced, you have prepared, so you will be able to actually deliver the information. Most people who are very nervous they haven't really, rehearsed or prepared very well. And maybe this is the first time they're going to make their presentation in front of the class. They don't know what is what, which is in which slide. And that really also, takes up most of the confidence that you would have. So it's important that you prepare, because this gives you confidence. And also when you prepare and practice your presentation, you're able to see some points that you're able to explain, but then you're also able to see those points where you're not really confident in explaining before the due day, before you being in front of the audience. So that way you're able to, read a little bit more and see how you can explain better, each point. And also when you rehearse, you're creating a memory of your work. So when you're in front of the audience, you're able to speak because you have an idea of what comes after what, and that gives that natural, natural transition. So I can't really emphasize enough how preparation and practicing or rehearsing is very important for you to nail your presentation as a student. So when you're nervous, the beginning might be very hard. You might be very shaky, but keep on. Don't focus on the nerves. Focus on the presentation. Focus on the fact that you want to share your knowledge with this audience, and focus on the fact that everyone is there. They want to listen to you. Your professors want to listen to you. Other students want to listen to you. No one wants to harm you. Everyone wants you to succeed. And speak calmly, not too soft, not too loud, not too fast, but really at a moderate pace. So if the beginning is shaky, just keep on, persist, keep on speaking, keep on focusing on the presentation, and mind the body language. Speak with passion when you're doing your presentation. Speak with enthusiasm. And this enthusiasm and passion can translate to the audience, and they will be able to actually listen to you. So go enjoy your presentation. Make sure you have researched, make sure you have planned your presentation, make sure you have rehearsed and practiced your presentation, and you have timed yourself, and deliver the presentation with confidence, with passion, with enthusiasm.